Blackheads are one of the most common forms of acne, and although people who have oily skin are more likely to get them, anyone can actually develop them and can be frustrating to get rid of. So in this video, I'll go over how to get rid of blackheads and some steps that you could take right now to keep those blackheads at bay. So stay tuned until the end. Hi guys, it's your media pharmacist here on YouTube, where I help you guys make better and more informed decisions about your health and wellness. So if that's something you're into, be sure to smash that like button below now. And also turn on the notification bell right next to it to stay up to date with new weekly videos. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram too to stay more connected. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. A lot of people think that blackheads are dark because that's the color of the dirt in the pore, but the truth is blackheads get their color because the oil and skin that clog the pore oxidize when they come into contact with air. Knowing how they form gives you clues into knowing how to prevent them. So I think it's useful to not only know what they are, but how they appear on your skin. You see, blackheads form when pores become clogged with the combination of skin cells and excess oil or sebum from your sebaceous glands, sometimes as a result of overproduction. When you have excess keratin, part of the picture, a protein your skin needs for protection, combined with that same very sebum, this combination is what's known for plugging the opening of the follicle we then call a microcomedo. Blackheads are essentially a type of comedo like whiteheads, but they differ in that a whitehead is a closed comedone with a thin layer of skin over the top of it. A blackhead, on the other hand, is an open comedone, and boy are they tempting to squeeze. So you might be thinking, well, what causes an overproduction of skin cells and sebum? If we could control that, won't we then not need treatments to begin with? And that's a very important question to ask because it's targeting the root problem. And I think it's important to address. Here are 5 reasons why we can be overproducing skin, keratin, and sebum. Number 1, blocking or covering pores by cosmetics and clothing. Number 2, excessive sweating. Number 3, high humidity and grease in your environment. Number 4, medications that encourage cell turnover as well as the use of corticosteroids. Number 5, underlying health conditions such as hormonal imbalances, PCOS, and PMS. There's 5 reasons right there that could be potential causes, and contrary to popular belief, poor hygiene does not directly cause blackheads, so it's not fair to make that assumption about yourself or others. Now that we got the how and why blackheads form, let's get into getting rid of them. The first thing you want to make sure you're doing is using the right makeup and sunscreen. Non-comedogenic makeup and skin products are specifically designed to not clog your pores. Make sure they're both labeled as non-comedogenic because the last thing we want to find out is our everyday products being the culprit to our clogged pores. Coconut oil, for example, is highly comedogenic, so I'd avoid it if you're prone to blackheads. This step alone can help cut down on all the number of blackheads that you could have. On that same note, try to avoid wearing oily and super heavy products. A good rule of thumb is that the thinner the product, the better. Remember, anytime something is applied onto your skin, even a moisturizer, it has the potential to clog your pores. So choose your products wisely and don't forget to remove your makeup before going to bed. Number 2, use an alpha or beta hydroxy acid cleanser. Alpha or beta hydroxy acid, also known as AHAs and BHAs, are a group of compounds known for many skincare benefits. If you want to go down the salicylic acid route, start with the popular 2% and modify the amount you use based on how your skin reacts. If it's too drying, go down a bit. You don't want to layer AHAs and BHAs on top of one another either. These are both exfoliators, so using both can cause dryness and irritation. I personally have had better results with salicylic acid than your typical AHAs on the market, such as glycolic acid. Since salicylic acid is more lipid soluble, which means it can penetrate deeper inside the pores to remove gunk, it also works effectively at the top layer too on all that non-inflammatory acne. And it's also great on oily skin. In the past, you may have heard that exfoliating produces a negative effect on acne, and this can be true for like inflammatory acne as it may further cause redness and irritation. But specifically for blackheads though, regular exfoliation can help remove excessive amounts of dead skin cells that eventually lead to clogged pores and treat existing blackheads at the same time. It's hard to give a general amount of times you need to be using it because because this largely is dependent on how sensitive the skin is. So some may find a balance for limiting their use of salicylic acid products to once every few days as opposed to every single day. But if you're still unsure on how many times you use it, ask your dermatologist and they can give you more details on your specific skin type, because there may be some fine tuning needed. On that note, AHAs and BHAs remove a layer of skin, which may make your skin more vulnerable to UVA and UVB rays, so don't forget your SPF if you're going outside. Your non-comedogenic SPF, that is. And number 3, prevent overexfoliation. Exfoliation is an important part of every skincare routine, but it's very easy to overdo it. And if you look up how many times a week you should be exfoliating, you'll be given a variety of different answers, from once a week to no more than 3 times a week to once every 10 days. The main objective with preventing overexfoliating is that this will dry out your skin very quickly. And when your skin is dried out, it produces more oil, which contributes to more blackheads. So your best bet is to keep exfoliating to a minimum. And there are essentially 2 ways for exfoliating. You got chemical exfoliating with your AHAs and BHAs, and physically exfoliating with using various tools or abrasive substances to physically slough away the outermost layer of the skin. You definitely want to be cautious of not overdoing both or using them on the same day. Since chemical exfoliants do not involve rubbing the skin, they are generally safer than many physical exfoliants like your exfoliating brushes or scrubs. To mitigate any negative effects you may be experiencing, let's say for using the acid route, it pays to start with an acid that has a larger molecular size, such as lactic acid at first. Lactic acid, which is at 3 microns in size, is only 1 micron larger than glycolic acid, which is still 50% larger. Larger sizes of AHAs means that they stay on the skin's surface as opposed to sinking in deeper, causing further exfoliation. So if you're new to exfoliating, start as gentle as you can and listen to how your skin responds to treatment. A lot of people may confuse what is known as sebaceous filaments for blackheads, and I think it's important to bring that up here as well. Sebaceous filaments look like blackheads and appear on the nose, but are totally different. And I'll put up a picture so you can see the difference. They tend to be smaller, appear in groups, and feel flat to the touch, and are basically glands that channel the flow of sebum through the pores. And unlike blackheads, they are not a form of acne. Now let's look at what you want to avoid for treating blackheads. The number 1 thing is squeezing. Avoid squeezing blackheads, even with a metal blackhead remover, as this can irritate the skin and make the problem worse. Number 2, try to avoid pore strips. Although pore strips and masks can help remove gunk from your pores, they can also remove natural oils and hair follicles, which can cause your skin to dry out and become more irritated, putting you back into that vicious cycle, producing even more oil, resulting in more blackheads. Number 3, avoid at-home extraction methods. You run the risk of damaging your skin when it's not done professionally. Your dermatologist may recommend a chemical peel or microdermabrasion as other viable options for your blackheads. Number 4, skip the benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide works by reducing swelling, which is a key marker of inflammatory acne, like in cysts and pustules. Blackheads are not considered inflammatory types of acne, so it won't have any significant effect. It won't hurt, but it probably won't help either. In the end, you'll find that blackheads go away with time and hopefully not require much treatment at all. Remember, any new acne regimen, including one for blackheads, can take anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks to fully take effect. The hardest part is really finding the right skincare regimen and lifestyle habits to reduce those blackheads, with of course being patient with some good old-fashioned trial and error. But really, taking time to research and experiment with different products is likely to give the best results that work for your skin type. And that's it, guys. I hope that this video helps give you a better understanding on getting rid of blackheads. All in all, I also hope that this video was insightful to you guys. The only thing I ask in return is just a simple like down below for the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for sticking tuned all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one.